Hey, welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one, Dave Koco from KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And I have not done a pro wrestling review in I feel it's only been a year, but you stepped away from pro wrestling for a year. I started some New Japan here and there. It is a long time. And to get back into it, it's really, really overwhelming. So slowly but surely, we're going to come back to the channel, start making content. We appreciate those who are stuck around. Appreciate those being patient enough for us to rebuild. And looking forward to doing this a lot more. When I stopped watching wrestling and to get back into it, it's really overwhelming. There's a lot of pro wrestling. Just tremendously a lot of pro wrestling, and you're like, where do I start? Where do I start? So I figured I'd start off with a review, get the rust off a little bit and see a brand new show. It's not that new, but it's the first time I'm ever watching it. I've seen matches here and there, and that's how I've been watching wrestling lately. A lot of Okada matches, a lot of matches of New Japan, and then, here's a 205 match, I'll sneak it in there. Oh, here's an NXT match, I'll sneak it in there. But I haven't watched a full show in a really long time, and I've never watched a full show of 205, so this is a brand new experience for me. But I grew up loving cruiserweight wrestling. Dragon Gate, the best of luchadors, Ricochet, Lucha Underground, the junior heavyweights, WCW cruiserweights, TNA's X Division in its prime. And I was like, well, WWE, 205 Live, I've wanted this show forever. I was like, dude, I can't wait for it to be an all cruiserweight show. Can't wait for them to bring the cruiserweight title back. I am completely excited. This is everything I wanted. They have the money. They have the talent. How could it be bad? Well, let's find out. So, reading on results off WrestlingInc.com. This is the September 5th show, watched on WWE Network. And it starts off, and I did not know this because it was the first time I ever watched 205 in a full. Nigel McGuinness was there for the first time, and he did a great job. As a guy that just turned on 205 Live for the first time, I'd have no idea it was his first time doing it. So give yourself a Barry Horowitz, Nigel McGuinness. TJ Perkins comes out. He's dabbing. He's got a video game gimmick going on. I like video games. And Daivari comes out. And Rich Swann, I can't wait to see Rich Swann. Everyone in Florida, everyone that I trust that gives me resources, you got to see Rich Swann. Rich Swann is absolutely amazing. No one says anything bad about Rich Swann, so I'm excited. Rich Swann comes out, he eats some popcorn, he's smiling, he's having a good time. And then Daivari's there, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I am going to reference Steve Corino more than anyone has ever referenced Steve Corino in a 205 review ever. You got to find your niche market. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mention Steve Corino. And the reason I mentioned Steve Corino is because, Barry Horowitz did it in FOW, and other people have done it, but the one I can think of is Steve Corino in ECW. Everyone, even though ECW, everyone wasn't hardcore, and people believed everyone was hardcore, but Steve Corino went out there as champ. He's like, I'm not going to do that hardcore stuff. And he got heel heat. And I'm like, oh, I get it. It's a Steve Corino character, right? And so we're going to mention Steve Corino a lot for a 205 episode that he was not on and probably will never be on. Daivari, Steve Corino. I get it. Oh, he doesn't wrestle that style. I'm here to see a cruiserweight match. I want to see Dragon Gate. I want to see AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. I want to see WCW cruiserweight action. I want to see Ricochet. I want to see Prince Puma. Rumor has it that they're St. Pearson. But I want to see some awesome fucking in-ring action. But not so fast. We have a Steve Corino. I don't work that style. I'm a heel. Get it? All right. Got it. So, we have an athlete in TJ Perkins who can wrestle a cruiserweight style going against Daivari. And, granted, he saved kids on a bus or something. I don't know the fucking story. He's like a real-life hero, so I'm not going to bust his balls. Sure, everyone gets to be Steve Corino, literally in this show. But, I'm like, he deserves to be a Steve Corino. I get it. Daivari, he doesn't wrestle this style. He's a heel. I get it. TJ Perkins does win via pinfall, so it's good. At least the real cruiserweight wins. And that leads to Rich Swann and TJ Perkins leading up to a match. I'm like, wow, two cruiserweights that wrestle the cruiserweight style are going to wrestle each other. Now, I'm being a little sarcastic, Because that does not happen often on this episode of 205. And I'm like, yeah. So next you get Tozawa. I was like, fuck yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh, I'm so happy how great the Japanese athletes are doing in Japan. In WWE right now. Because for the longest time, I was just like, dude, these athletes are amazing. Dragon Gate has amazing athletes. New Japan has amazing athletes. Khan is absolutely amazing. And that's what I love, the fact that I've been doing YouTube for so long. You could just go back and see, I've been begging for this stuff forever. Now they're there. And then he goes against Drew Gulak. I apologize to the Gulak family if I'm mispronouncing that. He's Steve Corino too. Oh, all right. So yeah, the first match, it's cool. We have Steve Corino. He doesn't wrestle that style, and we have this guy. He's Steve Corino. All right. Yeah, cool. He has a slideshow. He doesn't wrestle the cruiserweight style. I get it. Does anyone fucking wrestle the cruiserweight style? Does anyone, dear 205 Live, does anyone wrestle the cruiserweight style? Is there anyone here? All right, sure. Gulak is like, I don't wrestle this style. Of course. Why would you wrestle the cruiserweight style? Okay. So Steve Corino Jr.'s out there, and Tozawa does win pinfall. It's the same exact fucking match. It's the same exact fucking match. You have one guy going, holy shit, I wish I was wrestling a real fucking cruiserweight so I could show off my skills. And then you have another guy going, I'm the heel, get it? Because I don't wrestle that style. Why, WWE? Why do you kill everything I love? I grew up as a WCW fan. You killed it. I grew up as an ECW fan. You killed it. And then you brought it back to kill it again. Oh, and now I'm like, I love cruiserweight wrestling. And Vince is like, you like cruiserweight wrestling? Let's see how we can kill it. Everyone, you're all Steve Corinos. I even love Steve Corino, and you fucking ruined Steve Corino for me. Congratulations. Does anyone fucking wrestle? Is there two guys that wrestle the cruiserweight style? All right. You know what? The next is the fucking fatal five-way. And it's a five-way elimination match to determine the number one contender. All right. Some of these motherfuckers have to be cruiserweight wrestlers, right? Someone has to go out there and wrestle the cruiserweight style. Brian Kendrick! Just one cruiserweight. Just one fucking cruiserweight. That's the cruiserweight style. That's all I want, man. That's all I fucking want. That's all I want. I just want cruiserweight wrestling. I'm so glad this is the first time I saw 205. Absolutely fucking fantastic. The Brian Kendrick. You got Tony Nese. Cedric Alexander. He can wrestle. You got Gran Metalik, which, he wears a mask. And if my son has taught me anything, if you wear a mask, you can wrestle. And then Enzo Amore. And guess what Enzo Amore's gimmick is? He's fucking Steve Corino. He is literally fucking Steve Corino. Jesus Christ. Dude, there's more goddamn Steve Corino matches in this fucking 205 than the best of Steve Corino DVD. Jesus fucking Christ. That's so Amore. His gimmick is he doesn't wrestle good. All right. Cedric Alexander, he tries to save this. He tries. He absolutely tries to save this. He's like, I can wrestle. Let me show you. There's some really cool spots in there. I'm not going to fucking lie to you. But Cedric Alexander pretty much eliminates everybody. And then, yep, Enzo Amore, whose gimmick is he can't fucking wrestle. That's his gimmick. It rolls him up for a 3 count. So, at the next pay-per-view, the Cruiserweight title is going to be defended against a guy whose gimmick is he can't wrestle. Why? Why do you want to kill Cruiserweight wrestling? Why? Is it always this bad? This is the first time I saw 205, and I'll watch it again just because... I have to eventually start watching this. I mean, I can't watch New Japan my whole life and be happy. I mean, come on. I'm so glad I'm back. I'm glad I'm back. Someone in the comments is like, some things never change. Yeah, I mean, WWE, it just never fucking changes. Do you like cruiserweight wrestling? Well, guess what? Fucking here's Enzo Amore. I don't even hate Enzo Amore, but literally his gimmick is I can't fucking wrestle. That's his gimmick. He's like, yeah, and oh my god. Oh man, tell me this is gonna get better. Anyway, thank you for my review of the Best of Steve Corino DVD. So, Tony Nese was eliminated first, Gran Metalik eliminated second, and Brian Kendrick eliminated third, and then, of course, Enzo Amore via pinfall to become the #1 contender. Alright, maybe I'll watch 205 next week, because I just want to see if there's any actual cruiserweight wrestling. Does that happen? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I'm pretty sure half the roster has to wrestle people that are like, I don't wrestle cruiserweights. Oh man, who's booking this shit? Is this what Steve Corino's doing now? Is this what Steve Corino's doing? Anyway, overall, I can't believe they threw out the same gimmick 3 times in a row. I mean, you have to have at least one. You have to have at least, like, you don't put the same match 3 times in a row or the same gimmick 3 times in a row. Holy shit. Thank baby Jesus for Ricochet. That's all I'm going to say. Man, there's so many great cruiserweight wrestlers out there. Oh, there's even a hell of a great cruiserweight wrestlers on this roster. We're not going to see it. So Enzo's going for the title. There you go. So congratulations. Oh, man. I hope next week there's some cruiserweight wrestling on the cruiserweight show. All right. We're going to slowly but surely get back into this. I'm glad this is the first show I reviewed. I think it's perfect. I'm like, I love cruiserweight wrestling. This will be a cakewalk. Oh, Vince. I love you, brother. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out KocoSports.net. Slowly but surely we'll rebuild this. All right, with that, I am over. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.